All right, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Kodash. Double honors go out to our apostles, elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Shalom Barakim to you, brothers and sisters out there. Our just brother Malachi from the great millstone Nashville camp. And Lord, when that this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. All right, I saw a post that a brother in Great Millstone had put up. Basically, uh, going to, talking about black only Israelites, which, I'm going to be completely honest. At this point in time, it is, March 4th or something, I think now? But it's March 2025. I do not understand why there are people out there that still seem to think that this thing is only about black people, so-called. But first of all, you need to understand there's no such thing as black and there's no such thing as white people, okay? What you also need to understand is the whole ideology of your race being determined by your physical features, your skin complexion, that is all a new age thing, okay? Because back in the ancient world and definitely back in ancient Israel, when you go throughout the scriptures, it was about your father's records. You looking like a so-called black man does not guarantee that you are an Israelite. It leans heavily towards it. It implies that, it's very likely, but it doesn't guarantee it because the scriptures even tell us that there's tares among the wheat. The tares is talking about Edomites that look like so-called black people. Okay, and we've seen it before. And no, Bob Marley is not an Edomite, and that's not an example of one. But ultimately it just goes to show, let me just grab this real quick, because every time we see some dude and he just stumbles at the simplest things or at anything, it's just because the Lord doesn't want him to understand it. Okay, that's what our people fail to realize as well, is that most of our people are not meant to understand this truth. Most of our people are not going to receive, they're going to receive salvation. They're not going to get saved. Okay, and there is, a difference when I'm saying that. All Israel we know is going to be ultimately receive salvation, be saved in the sense of we're all going to get the kingdom of heaven. All right, but we understand that the 2/3 of our people here in America and the rebels across the globe, they're going to have to be reborn into the kingdom, okay, through the process of reincarnation. They're going to have to come through the loins of the elect, because only the elect, the 144,000 men, along with the 1/3 remnant of men, women, and children, and the remnant scattered abroad. All right, so basically we'll say the remnant, like the El Diashawamba's channel, remnant saved. All right, if you're not a part of that remnant, then you're not gonna get saved from this destruction. You're gonna have to come back through the loins of the elect. All right, Romans chapter 11, verse 7, it says, "What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded." Let's go ahead and see what that word blinded. G4456. Let me just play it for you. Well, I'm saying that like I can pronounce it. Let me play it because I can't pronounce it. Here we go.
Strong's G 4456. Porao. Porao.
Porao. It says to cover with a thick skin, to harden by covering with a callus, to make the heart dull, to grow hard, callous, become dull, lose the power of understanding. Down here, render stupid. What does this word mean? Endurate? What is that? Harden. Which that goes in with, spirit. I'm going to say it because I believe it's in Matthew. But let me just read down. Verse 8. According as it is written. So it was already written. This is being quoted. God hath given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. Now, let me get that Matthew 2. Not Matthew 2, like the second chapter, but I'm saying also. Where's that at? Let's type in heart dough. I think it might be Matthew 10. Nope, 13. Matthew chapter 13. I'll start at 11. And then I'm going to get into the topic. Yehoratazah. Matthew chapter 13, verse 11, it says, He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So it's not given to everybody. And this is Yahushua speaking, not Christ. That in itself is a stumbling block, apparently. Yahushua spoke this unto his disciples, which later became apostles. All right, disciple is like a student, and an apostle means sent away. Because once Yahushua, had passed on, which we know he rose from the dead on the third day, but I'm saying once Yahushua's ministry was essentially done, like in terms of his work, it was passed to his apostles, the head apostle being Apostle Peter. Okay, and that's when they became apostles in the book of Acts, essentially. All right, it says, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not and hearing not, or Salakia, because they see not and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. So let me get down here, NLT, for 13, it says, That is why I use these parables, for they look, but they don't really see. They hear, but they don't really listen or understand. You see, so they're not actually meant to get it. Okay, and it's not like we're hiding this from people. No, don't get it misconstrued. Okay, because we declare, like Apostle Paul said, I have not shunned to declare unto you all the gospel of God. All right, we bring out we're not hiding anything from Jake. Right, we're not, selling breakdowns. Ain't no private YouTube page where there's deep breakdowns, or we're not lying about the MOTB. We're not lying about anything, right? We don't have no leaven in our doctrine. We're teaching the 100% unadulterated truth. Okay, but our people were not given the ears to understand, because what did Yahushua always say? Blessed are your eyes for they see, and your ears for they hear. Our people, they don't have the understanding. Okay, and black only Israelites is a perfect example of that. Okay, the fact that you think all Israelites are going to look black and you think all black people are Israelites, it's asinine. That's not scriptural. That's not even logical in any aspect. Well, we'll go into it. Okay. So the first place I want to go is Numbers 1 and 18. That's the first place we could start. And the big thing is because they say mamzer, which first of all, there's no E in ancient Hebrew. So I think it's actually mamzar or mamazar or something like that. Which that's just going into a child that has a heathen father and an Israelite mother. All right. Or I think it also goes into a child born an ancestor, an illegitimate type deal. All right, but Numbers chapter 1, verse 18, And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers. And some people might say, oh, well, this was just for that. This was, okay. Yeah, let's say this isn't applying to everything. This is just applying to a certain event that's going on. Right? If you want to go ahead and pull that, whatever. You got it. Watch this. Moses' wife, was it Zipporah? Yeah, the question is, was Zipporah an Israelite? No. She was considered a heathen, a natural Gentile. But yet, watch this. First Chronicles chapter 13. Oh, Salaki, that ain't it. Oh, no, yeah, it is. 1 Corinthians chapter 23, verse 14. It says, now concerning Moses, the man of God, his sons were named of the tribe of Levi. The sons of Moses were Gershom and Eleazar. So even though their mother was a heathen, they were still Levites. Why? Is it because they were darker than, is it because they were so-called black? Is it because they had the appearance? Is there like a certain chart in the scriptures where it says if you're lighter than this, you can't enter? No. Don't even know where the hell you got that information from. It's not in the Bible. All right, it's all, even Esau himself will tell you with these small hats that they can essentially look like anybody. Okay, it's not a mystery that the Israelites are a mixed and mingled people, but it's about your father's lineage, which we don't have those records, so we go off of Romans 8 and 16. All right, a lot of us barely know our father, man, let alone our great grandfather, let alone 2,000 years ago. So what the hell are you talking about? Once again, all right, Yahweh Shemel Shai ain't dealing with you, and a lot of you black on the Israelites, you don't even have the names. Why do you think that is? Why do you think you don't have the names? Because the Lord is not dealing with you, man. Here you'll be the swollest so-called black dude in the room talking about, yeah, all Israelites are black, and you're calling on Yahushua. Like, what the hell is that? No. No, man. Now here's another one, and I really want y'all to explain this, bro, because in all, which I haven't been in the truth that long. Okay, I'm a novice. I'm not an upstart, but I am a novice. I'm a very young man in the faith. I haven't been around long, but in my years of being in this faith, and I brought this scripture out many, many times for black Hebrew Israelites, and I have not seen a single one of them explain this scripture to me. We have the first king over Judah, Rehoboam, the son of King Solomon. Okay? Explain to me why this man was counted as a Judite and was allowed to be the king over the whole southern kingdom if he was a mamzer, if he was a heathen, if he was not an Israelite. Break it down. All right, 1 Kings chapter 14, verse 21. And Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, reigned in Judah. Rehoboam was 41 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city which Yahweh did choose out of all the tribes of Israel to put his name there. And his mother's name was Naamah, an Ammonitess. What is an Ammonitess? It's a woman from the nation of Ammon. Who are the Ammonites today? The modern day Japanese. So this man's mother was essentially a modern day so-called Asian woman. And you mean to tell me that what's your doctrine? Hold on. So this is a heathen man that apparently nobody figured it out. And it just remained a secret. Maybe nobody saw his mother, and that's why they allowed him to reign over them. Like, come on, bro. It's because it's about your father's lineage. Not to mention, what about Yahweh Shai? What about Yahweh Shai? Ruth was a Moabite. So when you bring out the fact that, oh, well, both your parents ain't Israelites, first of all, you don't even really know what an Israelite is. Okay? Second of all, you don't have the records for your father and your mother, so you can't even verify that. How do you know you don't have a heathen in the past 500 years? You don't fucking know that. Branch somewhere? Come on, bro. Okay? You people don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I'm just being honest with you. And I'm being honest with you because we're not supposed to respect persons, and we're supposed to bring out rebuke. We're supposed to reprove, man. Black on the Israelites is one of the stupidest doctrines I've heard in my life, literally. Because when you read the scriptures and you actually have even a little bit of an inkling of understanding, you realize that, okay, wait, that doesn't even make any damn sense. Because if both your parents have to be Israelites, which, first of all, I believe both my parents are Israelites, they're just Israelite foreigners. Okay? But let's say your mother is an Edomite or a Moabite or an Ammonite. That doesn't have any effect on you, man. Okay, as long as your father's an Israelite, that's all that actually matters. You see? And this just proved it right here. Rehoboam, his mother, was a so-called Japanese woman. Like I said, that's who Ammon is today, the so-called Japanese. And yet he was the king over Judah. Why? Because he was a Judite, because he came from King Solomon. Okay? It's not that hard to understand. And really, there's probably a good amount more scriptures that could be brought out. But if you can't explain these few that I brought out just now, with Moses' sons still being Levites, and Rehoboam still being a Judite and a king on top of that, you need to break this down. And unless you can do that, then you need to stop teaching that doctrine. Okay? This is not... No. No. Because the one example you have of a so-called bastard, of a mamzer, was the dude that had an Egyptian father and an Israelite mother. And he was bugged out. And he blasphemed the names of the Lord. You don't know what you're talking about, man. You having a heathen mother has no effect on your nationality. It will have an effect on your appearance. But the scriptures say, judge not according to appearance. We don't go by the outward appearance. Okay, we go by the soul. Isn't that what the Most High said? Aren't we supposed to be like the Most High? Well, the Most High Yahweh said he looks on the inward. He doesn't look on the outward like men do. All right, he doesn't see the flesh and all. He knows who his people are, man. Which is why you have people that don't look so-called black that are suffering the curses just like you have been. Because he knows, looking down, he don't see, oh, that's a white boy. Oh, that's an Asian dude. Oh, that dude's a Pacific Islander. No, that's one of my people from whatever tribe he's from, and he's going to catch this judgment all the same. All right, so Lord, when that this lesson was edifying, before I close, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Shai, Ba'Shem Kodash. Double honors go out to the apostles, elders, great millstone, Harun, teach well. And just as a closing statement too, if you see this video and you're a black only Israelite and you still want to continue to follow your doctrine, well, let's just find out, right? We believe the Lord's coming back soon. Yahweh is on the next few years. Let's see who's right and who's wrong in that day, man. Okay? And you're gonna be you're gonna be very, very, very depressed. Very, very shocked when you find out that not only is it not only about black people, you're going to have Israelites that look like other nations being saved before you. Shalom.